Farm Basics time today, we're going to talk about one of the most important tools on the farm. It's the sweep net.
I was just a little nervous there. I thought it was something to attack me with out in the field, but you know, when you look at a sweep net, it doesn't cost much money to get, and you certainly see crop scouts out and crop consultants out using sweep nets, so why aren't you using one on your farm? It's one of those tools that for whatever it may cost, $20 or so, you can learn exactly what's going on in your field just by making a couple of sweeps. And many times we get focused on the one big bug that's out in our field. Maybe it's Japanese beetle, maybe it's soybean aphid, maybe it's corn rootworm beetle. Depending on what crop you're in, there's probably one bug that you're saying, boy, I have to go keep an eye on my field to make sure I don't have that. But as you're sweeping around, you can look what's in the sweep net, and I would bet almost every time you're going to see several different species of bugs. Take a look at those bugs and identify them and figure out, hey, is that one that's going to cause me problems? Is that a beneficial bug? Is it one I should be concerned about? Because many times you may be looking for a certain threshold out in the field of, well, I need this many Japanese beetles and then I need to treat. But if you're also seeing, wow, I've also got some grasshoppers, I also have some soybean aphids, I also have some bean leaf beetles, all of a sudden that may adjust your threshold a little bit.
One of the things entomologists have done now, because they know a lot of crop scouts and farmers are using sweep nets today, is they have economic thresholds based on sweeps with the sweep net. So if you sweep through 10 times and you find a certain number of bugs, they'll have a threshold level. So there's a difference between just a regular threshold and economic threshold. Economics is where you throw the dollars and cents into the whole mix. So in other words, how much is it going to cost you to treat? How much is your crop worth? How much in terms of dollars are you going to lose in yield? So once you figure out all the dollars and put that into the threshold, then you got to determine whether or not you're going to pull the trigger and spray on your farm. But this is an incredibly helpful tool, doesn't cost much money, simple and easy to use. And like we always make the joke, there's a right-handed model and a left-handed model. So anybody on the farm can use one of these sweep nets. It's something that we strongly encourage you to get for your operation.
I think it's an awesome educational tool for young people as well. When you think about it, as your kids want to get into farming, hey, what are they going to add to the operation? Many times it ends up being scouting. Now, here's a great tool for your child to go out in the field. Hey, let's run the sweep net a little bit. Now let's look at these bugs and let's identify each different one. And let's talk about, hey, what do they do to my crop? And when do I need to look for them and so forth? So there's so many ways on your farm to get young people involved and get that love of agriculture in them too, and also a knowledge of your business. A sweep net is one of those tools that can really help you.
It definitely will help you, but it's not going to make much difference when you're scouting for our Weed of the Week. We'll tell you how to identify and control this weed coming up later in the show.